A handful of people are about to become richer than anyone in human history. Millions of people are going to be left behind permanently unless they wake up and understand the mechanics of what is actually happening today. This isn't some sci-fi movie plot, and it's not a distant problem for 50 years down the road. It is happening in real time, right this second. Section 1, The Hidden Matrix, Tools of Production. To survive this, we've got to decode the hidden rules of wealth creation. Now, this isn't a boring history lesson. This is about unlocking the undeniable matrix of global power. If you don't understand how wealth is actually generated, you have zero chance of capturing any of it in the coming decade. History reveals one absolute rule of human economics. Wealth was never created just by working hard. It was created by owning the tools of production. Look at the timeline. In the agricultural age, the winners own the land. In the industrial age, they owned the factories and the machines. In the internet age, the billionaires were the ones who owned the platforms and the data. And now? Well, in the AI age, the ultimate wealth will be created by owning the AI systems themselves. So, the crucial point is this brutal reality. The companies and individuals who own the most powerful AI models are going to capture an enormous share of all future economic value. They aren't going to outwork you. They aren't even necessarily smarter than you. They'll simply own the technology that does the actual labor. Which brings us to Section 2, the Great Divide, two emerging classes. This leads to a terrifying split happening across the globe at a speed faster than anyone is prepared for. The world is violently splitting into two distinct classes. On one side, we have Group 1, the AI owners. These are the tech giants, the startups, the investors holding shares in the infrastructure. They are positioned to capture literally trillions of dollars in value over the next 10 years. On the exact opposite side is Group 2, the AI displaced and the AI users. This is everyone else. Listen, even if you use AI to do your job a little faster, you are still in Group 2. Over time, your labor becomes less and less valuable because the AI can just do more of what you used to get paid for. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, every generation faces disruption. We'll be fine. Actually, scratch that. This time is entirely different. It comes down to an economic reality called winner take most. Unlike the internet boom where two kids in a garage could compete with the big guys, developing top-tier AI requires billions of dollars in computing power. That massive capital cost is an insurmountable barrier to entry. It means only a tiny handful of companies can compete at the highest level, driving extreme wealth concentration directly to the top. Add to that the fact that AI capabilities are advancing in months, not decades, and you've got a recipe for unparalleled disruption. Section 3, the white-collar trap. Let's talk about whose livelihoods are actually in the crosshairs, because we need to completely shatter this false sense of security out there. Welcome to the white-collar trap. The data here completely subverts all expectations. For years, everybody just assumed that physical labor would be the first to go and that desk jobs were perfectly safe. But that's just not true anymore. Look at the high automation risk for cognitive labor right now. Entry-level white-collar jobs, paralegals, junior analysts, basic coding, customer support, media jobs like writing and graphic design. AI can now produce work in seconds that used to take humans hours. Meanwhile, physical labor, plumbers, electricians, skilled trades, they remain surprisingly safe with very low automation risk. This highlights the unprecedented historical reality we're facing today. AI doesn't just replace physical muscle, it replaces cognitive brain power. And it's doing so significantly faster. Never before has a technology touched this many types of cognitive jobs simultaneously. Section 4, the survival playbook. Okay, take a deep breath. I know that sounds like impending doom, but let's pivot right now to an empowering, actionable strategy. You absolutely do not have to be left behind. Here are the 4 necessary steps required to position yourself on the winning side of this massive capital shift. If you want to survive, you need to master this playbook. Let's break them down one by one. Strategy number 1, you must own AI, not just use it. You have to get on the ownership side of the equation. This means investing in companies that are building the AI infrastructure. We're talking about index funds with heavy tech exposure, stocks and companies building AI chips, cloud infrastructure, and AI software. Getting even a small ownership position shifts you from being purely on the labor side to actually participating on the capital side. Strategy number 2 is to become an AI power user and literally 5x your output. The people who thrive won't be replaced by AI, they're going to use AI to multiply their own output. A marketer who actually knows how to wield AI tools can now literally do the work of 5 marketers. A developer using AI coding assistants can build products faster than whole teams used to. Learning to work alongside this tech is, for sure, the most valuable professional skill you can develop right now. Strategy number 3. you've got to pivot toward AI-resistant skills. Ask yourself, what can't machines replicate? Physical presence, complex human judgment, deep trust, and high-level strategy. Think about healthcare, skilled trades, and relationship-based businesses. If your job relies on genuine human connection and real-world trust, you remain much, much more protected from the algorithms. And finally, strategy 4, which might just be the most critical of all: build assets. In an AI-driven economy, relying strictly on labor income is becoming completely unreliable. As AI does more and more, the fundamental value of everyday labor drops. The absolute only way to protect yourself is by owning assets: real estate, stocks, businesses. Your job might pivot or vanish completely, but your assets will keep working for you regardless of what the algorithms do. Section 5. The cost of doing nothing. Now we need to have a serious conversation about the alternative here. Let's look at the quiet, slow-moving disaster awaiting those who arrogantly ignore this paradigm shift. If you assume your current job and income will just magically remain stable, you are taking on enormous risk. The wealth gap won't announce itself with explosions or movie-level drama. It's going to be a gradual, inescapable squeezing of the middle class. For the vast majority, it will mean slower wage growth. And for a tiny few at the top, it will mean rapid, explosive wealth accumulation. Like this says, the wealth gap created by AI will not announce itself with a single dramatic event. It's going to happen slowly, and then boom, all at once. By the time the gap is undeniable to the masses, it will be completely impossible to close. Sitting still and hoping your job stays safe is, without a doubt, the single most dangerous financial risk you can take in the modern world. But hey, here is the good news and what you should really take away from this explainer. The choice is still yours to make. This massive shift is happening in real time, right now, while everyone else is distracted by the noise. You still have a brief, rapidly closing window to adapt, to learn new skills, and to invest strategically. The true winners are those who recognize the truth early. The real question isn't whether AI will change the economy. It already has. The only question left is this: will you own the technology shaping the future, or will you be shaped by it?